Hello everybody, this is Frank DiMora with the End Times Research Ministry. Many of you who've been coming to my YouTube channel know that I have partnered up with Ascent Ministries. Amy Carlson Naomi is the president of that ministry. And this is her information, and I'll show you why I'm presenting this information today. There's the website that you can go to for the Ascent Ministries, and here's the physical address for the ministries. Recently, the Lord led me to go to Vietnam. How this all came about was it became obvious that for whatever reason, Jesus wanted me to go to Vietnam. And so, in a matter of 2 days, I was provided a visa to get into the country. I was provided the funds in order to get to Vietnam, and when I was in Vietnam, the Lord took care of all of the needs that I would have to have in order to stay in Vietnam for 7 days. Now, being in the ministry, in the helps ministry in different countries, such as you see here from the Ascent Ministries website, I've seen how the Lord has opened the doors for me to partner up with Ascent Ministries, and how the Lord was going to use me as a mediator to be able to talk about the needs and just relay those needs to my Christian brothers over the net, and then just sit back and see what Jesus Christ does. And for example, in India, we've helped, we've given Bibles, we've given information, we have given them help. And in Haiti, for example, we finished our ministry in Haiti. The things that they needed, the Lord provided. And as well with Pastor Fiaz in Pakistan, where we've provided the books, we've provided the Bibles, we provided helps for medical care, we provided all different sorts of needs, foods and nets and so forth. And so we have actually seen the hand of the Lord Jesus Christ bring us into certain countries and then watch him do his work to better people's lives through our love ministry for Christ. Now, my part in the ministry has always been just to tell the people what is needed. Everyone that knows me, everyone that has been coming to my website ever since I established it back in 2007, everyone that's followed my ministry since 1977, I have never asked anyone to send me money. I don't have to. All I do is give the need. And I tell the people, if Jesus Christ speaks to your heart, don't send Frank DiMora any money. I don't want your money. All I want you to do is to follow the instructions of Jesus Christ. And if Jesus Christ tells you to give, then please give your blessings to Ascent Ministries, and they will send those blessings to the people I'm trying to help. Now, one thing I want to make clear, that Ascent Ministry sends 100% of everything that you send. No funds are taken out for administration fees like so many ministries are. We want to make sure that we're doing exactly the same kind of work that Jesus Christ did, and he gave everything for free. All of it that he had to give. And he did it out of love. And this is what Ascent Ministry is all about, and that's what my ministry is all about. 100%. Everything goes. I do this for 2 reasons. Number one, the Lord told me everything that I do in this ministry, you do it for free. And so I never want to take any money from anybody. And the second reason is this. If I never take any money for myself, I totally have to rely on Jesus Christ to do the ministry work. And that's how every ministry should work. You should not have to stand on stage and beg and give out gimmicks such as blessed handkerchiefs and have you pay money for this and books and whatnot. Everything that I've ever done is done for free. And so now when the Lord has brought me to Vietnam, I was wondering, what are you going to do, Lord? Why am I here? Now my brother Alfred DiMora has been doing business in Vietnam. And this is how the door was opened to me to go over to Vietnam. And so I went through that door and I found out the reason why Jesus Christ had put me in Vietnam. While in Vietnam, I went through a lot of business meetings. And as we sat in these business meetings with my brother, the Lord connected me with Mr. Ho, my brother's business partner, and a very close companion to Mr. Ho, Tina Lipham, which you see right here. And as these meetings went on, Mr. Ho and Tina wanted to know what my part of the business was with Alfred DiMora. And of course I told him I have no business with Alfred DiMora. I'm just here because of my ministry. And they wanted to know what I was talking about, and so I explained to them that I'm a humanitarian. And on a business card, I have a humanitarian for my brother's company. I don't get paid. I don't get anything. All I do is get blessed for trying to help people. And so I explained to them that I was in Africa, I was in Haiti, Pakistan, India, and also in the United States on Indian reservations, feeding the poor, giving them clothes, providing medical care, providing Bibles, providing my documentary on the Bible, prophecy, and current events called The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. We were providing everything possible for the people that were in need. And so just about every single business meeting after that, when we sat down, wherever we were, to have dinner, and most of them were like, with the picture that you're seeing here, we had 30 to 40 people at these dinners, that Mr. Ho stood me up and would explain to everybody what I was doing. And this could have only happened because Jesus Christ wanted it to take place. And so, to make a long story short, one of the meetings I asked Tina, I said, Tina, I'm here because the Lord put me here, and I want to know, do you know of people that are in need here? And through that conversation, the Lord began the new ministry in Vietnam. Tina told me about 3 kids that were orphaned. The mother passed away from breast cancer, and soon after that, the father died as well. And so the kids were left alone. You'll see the ages there. One of the girls that was born in 2005 is now 12 years old. The younger is age 9, born in 2008. And then the older girl to the right, she was born in 2001. Now I asked Tina if she knew these kids personally, and she said yes. And I asked her, what would it take for me to help them? And so we discussed their living conditions, the money situation. Come to find out that this daughter right here, who is on a school break right now, is in a different province working away from these other 2 kids, trying to raise money to support the family. While the other 2 kids now have just been taken in by their grandparents. This family is living in poverty. This is the grandfather who is really sick and he needs care every single day, and this is their grandmother. You'll see that they live in simple conditions in their poverty. This is the home that they live in, and this is the inside of the home where you can see there's hardly anything in there, and they use this wood to cook right in the home. Very primitive, but this is how they've been surviving. Now, this is the older girl who's away and her younger brother right there. Through my conversations with Tina, I found out that if we were to send these orphans $150 US a month, it would barely take care of all their needs. But my trust in Jesus Christ, the way He has shown me how He's worked in Pakistan and India and so many nations in Africa and here in the United States, I want to again do what the Lord has appointed me to do, to be the mediator between Ascent Ministry and you. I'm going to ask you today to listen to the voice of Jesus Christ and please help these orphan kids. Now, I will be upfront with you and tell you straight out, I'm not going to ask you to do something that I'm not doing, because I'm also giving to try to help better these kids' lives. But I'm asking, please, take the challenge and write to Amy Naomi. You can go right to her website and donate there. You could tell her that you want to donate whatever you want to donate, whether it be a one-time or whether you want to continue to help us every single month to better these orphans' lives. Now, one of the reasons why this really touched my heart is this. When I was 8 years old, my mother passed away from cancer, liver cancer. And my father could not take care of 3 boys at that time, and so we were sent to foster homes. And it wasn't until just a few months ago that I found out that all 3 of us, the brothers, were headed for orphanages because my father couldn't take care of us alone. And that is before my stepmother stepped in, married my father without even loving him, so that the 3 boys, me included, would not be sent off to an orphanage. And so when I got off that plane and I went into these meetings and I sat finally with the people that Jesus Christ wanted me to be with, I knew for sure God wanted me to start our work in Vietnam. And so that work begins with Tina, who is on the ground helping me to take care of these kids. And of course, now you. Please, whatever you can, give to Ascent Ministries so that we can begin the work the same way we did in Africa, India, Pakistan, underground in China, and here in the United States. Help us to better the lives of these kids. This is Frank DiMora from the End Times Research Ministry. God bless.